Guess where we are?
And your time starts now.
No, sorry, we're at the Taskmaster live experience in London.
There's never been a time where I've needed a clipboard more than that 3 seconds.
Are you the little Alex Horne of the group?
We've already talked about this. You're literally Alex.
Yeah, Dan is Greg and Alex, and I am at best Bob Mortimer. I'll take that.
I would love to be Bob Mortimer.
That's why I said it.
We've come all the way to London just to take part in one of the, I think, can only be described as the greatest live experience of our entire lives.
I mean, we're not hyping this up at all, right? Our expectations are, you know...
Yeah, behind us is the Taskmaster live experience, which involves us very shortly getting involved with a bunch of tasks. There's going to be a final live task. There's going to be a winner.
I can say that I was present at the birth of both of my kids, and I am more nervous about this experience than I was about that in real life.
I thought you were going with exciting then. I was more excited, but nervous I'll take. And there's also, guess what? There's a Taskmaster house and garden, and I don't remember there being a bar at the garden, but apparently there's a bar in there.
Ooh.
There's a Taskmaster museum.
I'm really excited about going in the caravan.
We can go in the caravan.
Caravan's there. I'm going to go in the shed.
The shed?
The shed. We've got about half an hour until our live experience begins, but I do want to go and explore the garden. Shall we go in? Cue the non-copyrighted Taskmaster style music.
Da, 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 da. Hello. You're a wet bean.
Oh, that is so squishy.
I'm so excited. I'm never getting out.
Welcome to my crib. Come on.
Oh my poor wallet.
Out of everything that's here, the first thing you want to look at is merch.
Obviously, that's
100%.
That's all I do. Whenever I go anywhere, merchandise is my first port of call.
Yep.
And I'm looking at this and thinking, I assume, Dan, that you already have Taskmaster the card game?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, board games.
Do you have a cup?
I want a cup. Whenever I go anywhere, I look for mugs. I don't know why. I have a ridiculous collection of mugs in my house, but I've just seen that they've got not one, but 2 different mugs to choose from. The red one's calling to me. I think it's coming home with me. Don't buy another mug.
Your first task? Who said boss?
Gary Godleman.
Oh, Dave knows.
That's the beer.
Yeah. I love that they've got loads of the artwork from the series. Oh, jeez.
Oh, the best service. It was amazing.
Put bum here and never forget you're the champion. Oh no. Dave, look.
It's the green. It's the green that's not green. Wait, you getting this?
Yeah.
I absolutely love that the series is loved enough that you're going to have a museum of things from the series, and it's like almost overwhelming, like almost emotional, because I've watched all of these series. So I'm looking at it being like, oh, there's Sue Perkins stuff. Oh, there's Hugh Dennis's stuff. Oh, this is so cool. Don't get me crying. Don't get me crying, Dan.
What's in the box, Dan?
It's furry and it's lacy. Let's have a look.
No spoilers.
And now we know.
That's it. Draw the median duck. What was that?
Hello. We're in at 5:45 for Melon Buffet.
5:45 show. Melon buffet. You'll be pineapples. How many of you are there?
4 of us.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Exciting.
If you want these for each of your group, there we are. These go around your neck and these clip on.
Thank you very much. So let's move out of the way a bit, and then I want to ask, what's your favourite letter? You've got N. You've got M. You've got L, and you've got K. There's a better order I could have done that in.
I don't know. See, are we talking about functional letters, or are we talking about just gut feel?
No, I.
Better.
K. L.
I definitely don't want to take the L.
K.
I'm fine with it.
Do you want M for mango or N for noddy?
I like mango.
Mango. There's socks there. Like,
Are you quite finished looking at merch? Now can we actually go and have a look at the house?
I mean, kinda. It's also cool.
If we must.
I don't want to go in the shed.
Okay,
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, Dave. Come
We're
with
going in the geodesic dome.
Yeah. Look, Team Pineapple.
This is what I imagine people who pose with the FA Cup feel like.
Yeah,
that's
they
what I
stand
feel
there like this.
With the
Yeah, I took part in this.
yeah, this is mine.
This is
The
something.
golden pineapple.
Can we have a look at
Go to the shed. Not the shed. Caravan first. The thing that's making me feel like it is the actual caravan is how clean it smells inside, but they've clearly buffed it. Yeah, between everyone going in. Another pineapple.
There's a pineapple. Team pineapple.
Represent.
Boom.
That's the thing now. So many great people have sat in this seat, and now I can count myself among them. Very cozy, actually.
Does that open?
Like by default, I want to start rooting through cupboards
I
and
was
drawers,
expecting
but
that to be a toilet, you know? Work out the circumference of the caravan in baked beans. You have
gotta-
3 minutes. Most accurate wins.
But it's very important that you work out the mean bean. And a dry bean is also shorter than a wet bean.
yeah.
You're a wet bean.
Should we go and see Rosalind at Taskmaster?
Let's go.
I've heard that she's a flipping nightmare.
He's in the tub.
And I'm never getting out. No, seriously. I'm 42 years old. I don't see much chance of me getting out of this tub.
I can just imagine security being like, "Get out of that bathtub." You're like, I can't.
I wish
I cannot.
It's been
I want to. Trust me.
4 days. Hey, Dave. It says blue, get ready.
So, one important thing is, we don't want to ruin anything, so we cannot film inside. So, we're just going to have to see you afterwards, but we'll give you the lowdown.
I'm so excited.
Very excited. Very excited.
And we've still got to go in the shed.
In the shed. Dave's got nothing.
I'm so full of melon, guys. That buffet.
Endless buffet.
Endless melon.
All you can eat.
So, we've just exited our first ever Taskmaster live experience. I could bury the lead here, but I'm gonna just go straight in with that was absolutely insanely incredible.
I wasn't competitive until about 30 seconds in, and then all I could think about was, "Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself." And I at the very beginning, I did. I will hold my hands up. That first task, I embarrassed.
We're used to it, Dave. It's fine.
Oh.
But we want to go completely spoiler free because if you know anything about the tasks, will ruin the experience.
Yes.
So on saying that, right? So I've gone through now. I've done all the tasks. I'm into the end. Gone through the gift shop. All good. And I am sat here like, okay, what I do next time is blah. And like, you know, so
Absolutely. So there's two experiences. You have melon buffet and there's an absolute casserole. Can you go back and redo this? I know you can.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Is potentially yes.
I would feel at a really horrible advantage.
I'd have an unfair advantage, but I'd also take that unfair advantage and completely run with it. I wondered if you'd allow me to just take some time to give some feedback about the obviously the writing instruction that's gone into it is 10 out of 10,
Right.
and obviously it must be. You know, I'm pretty sure it's the same guys that are writing the show, right? There is staff and the team involved here today that really bring it to life, I think, and that really make it brilliant.
And it's not just about the experience. Oh, hold on. Right, that light means the orange team's about to go in.
Yeah.
It's the kind of experience where you don't know what to expect. You don't know what it's going to be, and then you come in, you do it, and afterwards you're like, well, that makes sense. Of course you structure it that way. Of course you need that kind of thing. And it's that thing where you're saying about the idea of like of looking at the under the table moments.
Yeah.
You know, like in Taskmaster, the idea of obviously look under the table.
Absolutely lots of those.
And I can think there's one very clear one that I was looking everywhere but.
Just say there are no tables.
Not actually a table. Not actually a table. But the equivalent of I should have looked at this thing and I was looking at everything except that thing because I got so in my head of like, well, I've got to be doing this part for the task. And it's part of that whole thing about it being unexpected.
Exactly.
That if I had been prepped for that, if I'd have known what was to come, I wouldn't have had that panic of, well, I've got some instructions, so I'm going to do this exact thing over here.
So there's parts as well where you know that it's not a thing and they've told you that it's not a thing, but your brain is naturally saying, but the thing.
Expecting it to be a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So as someone that is a huge Doctor Who fan, right? Indulge me for a second.
Okay.
So in Cardiff, we had this thing, they called it the Doctor Who experience, right? And in its lifetime, it had two experiences that were, as a Doctor Who fan, fundamentally, I needed to go to it, and it was brilliant, and it gave me all the fuzzy feelings in the same way that I've got from being a Taskmaster and being a Taskmaster fan and coming to this. But what I've got to say is, if you're watching this thinking about coming, do it, because you find that things like this don't last forever, right? Yeah. But what the experience that we've been through today, I really want people to experience, right? Yeah. And the sort of throughput that they've got, like how you said about the numbers. The numbers and the volume is just right.
And I gotta say as well, with the reference you had about being a Doctor Who fan and sort of what that meant going to that experience, like being a Taskmaster fan and having watched all the series, and it's sort of being a fairly like constant part, not to overstate, but like a constant part of my life over 15, 16 series. Coming into the space for the museum and seeing actual things from actual episodes and being closer to be like, oh wow, that's the painting that was done in series 5, and it's like, how cool is that? It's such a cool experience, to a point where it's like, oh, is it actually a bit emotional? Am I a bit like teary here?
I mean, even the fact that we're sitting in a shed a couple of feet away from a bucket full of potatoes. You know what I mean?
And a red green.
And all this you can just, if you're in London, you can just come to and walk in, and you don't have to pay a penny for that, right?
Yeah, if you don't do the experience, the garden, the museum, the shop, all of this is free.
What we're doing right now, where we are right now.
Yeah, you just come and sit in the shed.
Yeah, in the shed.
A silly video.
Yeah, or in the caravan.
The caravan, absolutely. I've had a couple of opportunities to come to London. I've I should probably just come down and look at the museum. But to actually come here and then to get to do the full experience, I've not done anything like it. I've done lots of escape rooms, and they always feel really satisfying and great when you do it. This was on another level.
Oh, yeah. And that's it. I didn't know what to expect, right? I knew Taskmaster. I knew to expect Taskmaster stuff. But in my head, it was kind of escape roomy. I don't know why I had that kind of assumption. And then to get here and to go through the experience, and for it to be such a different, like an incredibly different, like part of your brain almost. Absolutely. Like you're going through it in a different way. And to have that element of competition where, you know, escape rooms are collaborative. You're all trying to get out together, right? In this one, you're trying to win, right?
You can be the cleverest, most sensible, logical person in the entire world until you go into the task and you're suddenly faced with having to have in.
Or if you're trying to, you know, just be like.
Or if you're trying to find.
Until you're suddenly faced with it's the task. No one is equipped to handle that pressure. And
it's one thing, right, seeing that on the TV, but it's an absolute other thing is being there in the room.
Absolutely.
Finding out what's being asked of you and being like, you have that pressure of like, no experience helps. No experience. One thing I will say though is I think, you know, we're all talking about how brilliant it is and how it's completely, you know, changed what the perception of a interactive experience like this can be.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised. And the reason why I'm not surprised is I remember the first time I ever watched Taskmaster, I genuinely felt like they moved the goalposts of what you could do on TV, right? And I feel like they've done that again with the live experience.
And my heart rate has only just come down from one of the tasks where I was so concerned about making a mistake doing a thing that my heart was racing, which made the task harder to do. Absolutely. And I was just... the pressure was there. But one thing I do want to say is, sitting here in the man shed, Greg Davies is the one true Taskmaster. I'm sorry to other countries doing Taskmaster out there. Greg Davies is the one true Taskmaster. So if you're out there, Greg, we love you. And this has been an incredible experience to be a part of. And I will say, spoilers, do not look this up before you come. Don't do it because you ruin it for yourself, because the surprise and the unexpectedness of it is what makes it so much fun. And also, you know, you're cheating. Don't be a cheater. Don't be a cheater. Keep it fair.
Yeah.
But mostly it's for the experience, but also don't cheat.
And of course, all the information is on the task.
Important to note.
Yeah. Okay, now, I just want to wrap it up. We've seen the museum, seen the caravan, we've had a look at the bar. Let's finish the tour.
Yeah, I'm going to go and roll a potato into a hole on the green.
I'm going to go and fit a giant soft teddy into a telephone box.
I'm going to go see some tasks with the people around here.
So, I don't know about you, but I need to see how tall I am compared to actual Greg Davies.
Okay, and I want to have a look at the potato thing over here.
Right. Greg Davies and work our way around?
Okay.
Let's do it.
I don't believe this for a second.
I mean, he's a giant of a man.
No real humans that tall.
It's so tall. It is.
No, I don't believe it.
simply
so
can't
tall.
be 6'8".
I mean,
It's so. I mean,
I'm 5'11", right? He'd ruin
so
you.
tall. But I'm taller than Alex Horne, I think, so that's good.
No, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying
You've seen him in real life, haven't you, Dan? Is he that tall?
I mean,
Was he quite far away? Those shoes are on the wrong feet. This place messes with you, because now I'm thinking, does that mean something? Does that mean something that they're on the wrong feet?
And you all fit in there, all three?
With the bear, you take the front, I'll take the back.
Oh, jeez. You've made this weird. It's a bit of a squeeze. It's a bit of a squeeze.
I've just remembered that we've got microphones.
We do.
They can hear every word.
Get out of my phone box. Absolute.
Very excited to find out what you were talking about.
Right.
Right.
We've
last
waited.
thing.
We've waited all day to roll potatoes into this hole. So
A squishy potato. Oh.
be gentle with them. Oh.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that is so squishy. That is so surprisingly squishy.
Why is it so wet?
Ah.
Bruised potato.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll, or am I aiming to drop it in?
What's you?
All the information's on the
Yes.
Taste that though.
Oh my words!
Can we get 2?
There's no room.
Oh.
Can we get 3?
Absolutely, there's no hole anymore.
Ah.
Oh, this is the clip
This
where
is it.
he stands on it. You can see it.
I love that he walks off. I love it.
Jake,
All right.
What can I say? I was made to throw potatoes into golf holes. Didn't record my potato throwing walk away. Shocking behavior.
You know what? I don't remember seeing that. I don't think it happened.
Unbelievable.
How was your day?
I have had a great time, and I've had a great time because I'm not a competitive person. And then competition starts.
Just
And then it
for the
starts.
benefit of the audience, there is reactions going on behind the camera.
Because let me finish. I'm not a competitive person until I then get into a competition, and then competitiveness just happens to me. I can't control that. It's biological, man. I can't help it.
I had a ball.
I had a great time.
So we did one of the
Melon buffet.
and there's another one that we can do. So we're going to come back for that. I
And it's
think.
called an absolute casserole, which I want to do so bad. So we'll be back. We'll be back. Taskmaster challenge.
Do your best Greg Davies style little Alex Horne.
It's little Alex Horne.
Little Alex Horne. Little Alex Horne.
Little Alex Horne.
it's little Alex Horne. Little Alex Horne.